Mike and Nate, and we've got some special guests.
Where?
Oh, it's us.
You said they were coming, weren't they? It's you guys.
I thought you were the special.
Welcome, friends.
I thought you were the special ones.
Special, very special.
Direct from Yamaha, no holds barred, and fantastic rhythmic accompaniment.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
We've got Andy and Tom. Now, you guys, where are you from?
I can't say originally, but born in Hollywood. I live in Southern California. I am the Yamaha National Guitar Product Training Specialist.
Born in Hollywood.
Born in Hollywood
I
on
have that
Sunset,
on a business card.
on Sunset Boulevard, baby.
Oh, man. Tom,
Right on Sunset.
Can you follow
Hey, man, Tommy Wilson, born in St. Louis,
it? Hey!
raised in the Ozarks.
Local boy.
It's like the Hollywood of the Midwest, you know?
Kind of
like
went
that.
to school at
Really
Mizzou, traveled
hub.
all these parts, played music, and live in Nashville, Tennessee right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
So we're far from home.
Yes.
Far from home.
We're glad to have you.
Good. We're
It's
glad
great
to be here.
to be here.
And thanks for bringing guitars with us.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of
We had an
guitars.
amazing event last night. So today, Mike and I are going to be showing off these amazing Yamaha Rev Stars. We'll be talking about it, and I'm gonna spring something on you.
Okay.
I'm
Knew
not
this was
putting you on
gonna
the
happen.
spot, but I'm putting you in an area that is little and round. It's a spot.
It's a
anyway, but
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
the
be
spot, yeah.
asking you Yamaha-related
That makes
trivia.
way more sense.
Yamaha trivia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can do this.
And I searched the interwebs for
10
some
years with the
Yamaha-related
company. I
trivia.
should be able to answer these.
I think so.
Can we use a lifeline for that?
Yeah,
call
maybe.
it, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey,
Can I call
Caleb.
a
Ask me.
prayer?
I may or may not know the answer.
Call
yeah,
a friend.
Caleb just said, love the Rev Stars. I got to tell you, this
Yes, sir.
model, and actually the one you're holding too, all of them, this is probably one of the, and I want to be careful, but I think this is the truth. I think this is something that has really put Yamaha, like, as far as like on everybody's radar. Once again, he was looking for something that was kind of retro inspired. And actually, it's funny. This isn't in the trivia thing, but I guess the design of this was kind of inspired by Yamaha motorcycle too.
There's a little bit of that touch. You'll notice on some of the
Yeah.
guitars there's racing stripes or kind of
Yeah.
that green sparkle one behind us has that kind of old 1970s crash helmet vibe to it, which is very cool.
But when it
Well,
comes to this
rev, like
guitar,
you rev a motorcycle,
exactly,
right? Yeah.
rev. And actually, I think one of Yamaha's mottos is like "Rev your life," or what is it? You know what I'm talking about?
That's
Yeah.
the rev it up or
Yeah, exactly.
Rev it up, I'll take it.
But this model was one of the ones that caught my eye, and I was like, "What is that?" And it was Chris Buck playing it. But
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about this.
Yamaha RevStar is about 7 years into the life cycle. The second generation, which you're playing right now, came out probably about 2 years ago. We did a lot of reworking when we came out with the second edition. So underneath the maple top that you're seeing is chambered mahogany body and tuned. There's certain frequencies on electric guitars, especially mid-range frequencies, that can be harsh on the ear. So we figured out a way to kind of temper that, to get more signal to flow through it. Maple cap on the top of it, 2 P90s or 2 humbuckers. But we've done some extra special things for you under the hood.
Yes.
Number one being the 5-way switch, if you want to maybe put that through the 5-way.
Oh yeah. So on this guitar, which is set up with P90s, we've got a 5-way switch, so kind of stratish
Yep.
in terms of like when you think of the different positions. And I'll go over in just a second, but I just want to jump to this tone because last night we were, there's a bunch of us here. If you weren't here, you should have been here. Be on the lookout for events when we do them because it's a lot of fun. It was just a really good hang.
It was a great hang.
Great evening, yeah.
And so a bunch of us were just sitting around, like you do when you're with your guitar buddies, and you just start, like, hey, will it do this? Will it do that? So I put a little gain on this thing, and I'm using the Friedman IRD here. And I'm on this position 4 right here, and I turn the tone down, but there's a little knob here that you can pop up. And when you pop that up, listen to what happens here, and you turn this down. You almost get kind of in that Billy Gibbons kind of. And I'm going to add just a little volume here. And there's kind of a really cool harmonic content. Caleb says the 2nd and 4 on the P90 guitar are the best. I totally agree. It's like a staggered Strat sound, but thicker. What is he talking about?
Some of that is,
Lots of sustain.
Yeah.
It's thick sounding. What's old Todd say? Todd Surprise. I had a Todd Surprise once.
He owns more.
Yeah. I own more Yamaha guitars than any other model.
Like supermodel?
Well, yeah, you do.
Right?
Which
Thanks,
model?
Todd. We appreciate that.
Yeah. So what is happening?
Awesome,
So what
Todd.
we've done with in addition to the 5-way switch, when you heard him pick up on the tone control, what we've done is we've actually put on the standard and on the professional models a passive mid boost. We call it a focus switch, but what it is, it shifts the tone stack to low mids and then ups your output by about 6 dB. So as you are hearing, it gives a P90 guitar a true 10 sound complement of 5 P90 sounds, and then when I pull up on that tone control, it really starts to sound like the humbucker guitar. And we'll push your pedals harder, we'll push your amp harder. Very, very cool stuff.
Now, while we're on that, does yours have a 5-way switch on it,
It
too?
does, yeah. So I've been the same. I'm down here in 4, the thing popped up, so I'm trying to match your tone.
Well, wait a minute, but that's 2 humbuckers. So what is the 5-way doing on a 2 humbucker guitar?
Same thing, is we're inverting the signal on lugs 2 and 4 of that super switch just to mimic what would be a 2 and 4 on an S-style guitar.
That sounds like science.
It's magic.
Man, that's
Yamaha magic.
Yamaha
So,
Magic.
so let's hear that 2 and 4. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but old cousin Mike did something sneaky there. He had his volume rolled down, right?
I heard it.
And the reason he did that is that there's something else going on that volume knob.
Yeah, so what I heard when he started off at that little lower volume setting is all the treble was there.
Yep.
Right? So all of that stuff that you need when the guitar is wide open was actually under that sound when he had it kind of rolled down to about 3/4. So it has a treble bleed circuit is what we call it in the industry.
Yeah, and for all of yous who are out there, hey, you guys, hey, for all of yous who are out there going, why would I want to do that? Well, I'm going to tell you, because there's a whole undiscovered country if you haven't used the volume knob on your guitar to get that kind of clean, kind of dirty thing, especially when you're raging through an amazing tube amp. You know, you do that all the time,
all
right?
the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's like having a pedal just built on the guitar. You know, I almost look at it as you're adding gain instead of volume. You're adding signal, and so you reduce the signal. It's going to clean up and still have these, that kind of shimmer. And yeah, the treble bleed is the only way to go. It's one of those features I think should be on every volume knob.
Totally
Yeah.
dig it as well.
Especially if you work that way,
So, Caleb Lee Chavez says,
I saw that.
so you want to speak to that?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that, an answer to that question right
Well,
now.
so Caleb says, are they going to make one with a wraparound like Chris's? I'm assuming he's meaning Chris Buck.
Yeah, I would guess, yes.
Yeah, or maybe fancy Mancuso signature. Ooh.
If you go to Chris Buck's Insta, you'll see something that he shouldn't be showing the public yet, and that's all I can say.
Oh, that's a little
weird.
inside baseball,
Well,
friends.
taking the
Little
fifth.
inside
I can't say
baseball.
anymore. I can't say anymore.
Yep, yeah, and you didn't say anything.
We saw
I'm
him do
good at
thing.
that.
Yeah.
I'm really good at that.
We're going to Sergeant Schultz that.
That's hilarious. All right, so with the Rev Stars right now, the one that I'm playing is a P90. They make this in a made in Japan model as well as the Indonesian.
Indonesian model, sir.
But also they make other models here.
The
that-
Element series.
Yeah. And by the way, I thought this one was, Caleb says, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, yeah, you know what that means. Just a little wander over to Instagram. Come on, right back. Yeah.
So the Element is our entry-level price point into the RevStar family. And what this does is giving the chambered body, all of that, but a 3-way switch. And we kept the original RevStar bass contour.
Bass contour.
So I can get a little more of a chimey sound. It never leaves ground, though, so I can always keep the guitar grounded. It won't sound like a buzzsaw. Always do that because it impresses the girls.
Look,
That's why we do
goes
what
a
we
long
do.
way.
Always, baby. And it's funny enough,
how we got married.
Neon
Exactly.
yellow is the most popular color in the Element model. We saw more
Really?
of this color
That's
than we
crazy.
do anything else.
I didn't know if you made a deal with the Sharpie Corporation or something like that.
Yeah.
The highlighters.
The
You can't
highlighter
lose
people.
it. So, I mean, you always know where it is, even at night. Yeah.
So we start at the Element price point. The P90 guitar that you're playing is the RevStar Standard Plus. 2 P90 pickups, like we were saying. Over here we have the RevStar Professional made in Japan. So you have kind of 3 different price points of where you can land according to your budget. Remember, with Yamaha, we're going to give you way more guitar than what that price tag says.
Well, speaking of which, I think it's time to put these guys on the spot and ask some trivia about Yamaha.
Trivia. Wow. I didn't know we
Let's
were there
see.
already.
This is my Mount Rushmore. Yeah, I mean, here we go. Yamaha, now this first question is kind of ironic because if you've been paying attention, you already know the answer to this. If you've been paying attention. So rather than putting you guys on the spot, I'm going to put Mike on the spot.
Oh, man. Was I paying attention?
I think so.
Let's find out.
Okay. The Yamaha RevStar has a chambered body that is acoustically tuned to enhance the guitar's harmonic resonance.
I would say that is a true statement.
Ding, 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 ding.
ding.
What does
I
he
was
win,
paying
Andy?
Affirmative.
You got it.
Yeah. We actually
I win a
tuned-
guitar, right? I guess.
Once again, as we've tuned these mahogany bodies to better resonate. Yes, they're a little lighter, and that's an extra added benefit, but these guitars sound better than our first generation RevStar.
I don't mind a lighter guitar. In fact, I
okay with
actually
that.
prefer a lighter guitar. And what's interesting is you guys have made a couple of pianos and some violins, right?
We make make everything. We make toots and flutes, as we say in the trades. But that's that thing about being a piano company, and you could buy a $200,000 piano. Is like we figured out how to make that wood sing.
Yeah.
Right, and so we've basically taken their technology and pianos and brought it over to the guitar side.
Why not?
One more for Mike. Putting you on the
me?
spot
Okay.
because Andy kind of said this. And so I'm putting on the spot music. Thank you very much. Yamaha RevStar has a push-pull knob called the diffusion knob, and it's an active mid-range boost requiring a 9-volt battery.
False.
Correct.
Require a battery.
Does
It's
not-
just absurd.
That's absurd.
absurd.
What kind of world do you want to live
Why
in?
not that one.
Yeah.
So how do we
No.
do it?
How?
There's a
Tell
small
us.
little transformer in the back cavity of the guitar that changes the voltage when the switch is up.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we're able to kind of monkey a little bit with science here.
More
But to
science.
give you, once again, science.
More science.
But once again, to give our customers and your customers that flexibility within one guitar to have 10 usable sounds. Nothing gimmicky, nothing weird, but 10 usable sounds on stage before anybody ever sees you step on a pedal.
That's awesome. Speaking before anybody sees, Caleb says, gold top goodness. I wonder what he's talking about. With the split trapezoids and a wraparound, my wife is gonna divorce me. Well,
I have no idea what you're talking about, Caleb.
We do
being I've
not
been
claim
divorced already.
responsibility for any of that.
I think it's gonna be cool, and I think enough said. Yeah, very good.
I can't let any more cats out of the bag.
Yes, these guys have been generous with their bag of cats. All right. Now, okay. Yamaha guys, put on the spot. Are you ready for this?
Here we go.
According to the interwebs, Country Joe McDonald performed a set at Woodstock on a Yamaha FG 150. True or false?
That is true.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes.
How long has Yamaha been in business?
125 years.
1887, Mr. Torakusu Yamaha, and there was a Mr. Yamaha,
Yeah.
repaired a local school's reed organ. So it was a small organ that you pumped with your feet, right?
Yep.
It had a bellows in it. He thought he could make it better.
Yeah.
The first product under the Yamaha banner was 1 year later, was a foot pump reed organ. Guitars in America, 1966. Okay? That Country Joe show at Woodstock, the very first famous photograph of a Yamaha guitar was from that show in Life magazine.
Wow.
You can ask your grandparents. They might not even know about Life magazine. But that was the tabletop magazine that all our grandparents had. And that was how you learned about the rest of the world and the rest of America.
They had a great cereal, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He likes it.
Mikey likes it.
Mikey likes it.
I do. I will concur. I like
But
this.
yes to that question, yes to Life magazine, FG 150, look it up.
Yeah, let's grab a couple of those other Rev Stars back there.
Yeah, man.
So-
we already showed the green one. I'm going to pull out the blue.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is exactly like the green one, and this guy sells for like
$849.
$849.
So here's a fun story.
With
last
gig bag.
last night we were playing, and I thought that one and this one were
Handmade
the
Japanese.
pro model. Yeah, the handmade. And I was telling everybody, yeah, this, and I was wrong.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play great.
They
Yeah.
do.
That's the handmade Japanese.
This is the Japanese.
Yeah, give that one a whirl, Mike, and
Handmade
do a
from-
little deedle on that.
Deal, deal.
Sing us a song about your
see,
feelings.
yeah, man.
Can you mute me there, Jordan, so I don't explode
Oh, yeah.
stuff?
Here, while he's doing that, you want to play with Mike?
Ah, sure.
Yeah, you guys do a little blues together.
Pick your
Boom.
favorite key, my
There you
friend.
go.
There you go.
Yep, what happened here?
Here, I got you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Little blues in E, the people's key. I think you will observe that the Rev Star does that Cream era Clapton like almost without trying. You know what I mean? Got that woman tone. Go ahead, Mike. Hit that focus knob. Nice.
$800?
I know.
$849.
I don't think your wife's going to divorce you for that.
Nah.
Not for that.
Not
Hey,
for
know how
that.
much the guitar is?
Man.
$46 a month on Synchrony.
What? That's
There you go.
Get it
Just
here.
Just finance
doing the
it.
math for you.
Just
I'll
finance it.
give Chick-fil-A a $4,600 bill in a month. That's right, a $4,600.
Yeah, this thing's
That's
rad.
right.
This
I
thing's
love
great.
them nuggets. You may write that down. Okay, Caleb says, yeah, they do the LPSG sound at a fraction of the weight. They are a great weight.
Okay.
And so much tone. The resonance you feel in your body is so different. Man, Caleb's an
into it,
advocate
man.
He's a
for
fan.
Rev Star.
He
I
is
love
a
it. Thank you,
fan.
sir.
You want to
Thank
come to work for Yamaha?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're gonna send in his resume. I think these are great. I think these are great. Hey, real quick, is there any other than aesthetics? Is there any other reason for the trapeze versus the?
Well, first, it's damn sexy. Okay,
right. There
but
it
the
is.
cool thing about it is under the top two springs on that trapeze tailpiece,
PG-13 all at once.
can
But go
say- I
ahead,
can say
Mr.
damn,
Yamaha.
yeah.
Continue.
He meant doggone.
it's actually spring loaded. So what I can do is I can adjust the trapeze tailpiece to lessen string tension. If I raise it up, I'm going to get a little slinkier feeling string.
That's
if I
cool.
smash it all the way down to the top of the guitar, it'll stiffen the guitar up. I've seen people Jeff Beck the thing and kind of hit it and get a little vibrato tremolo action out of it, but
A feature you didn't know you needed until you said
Yeah.
that.
until you
That's like
see it, and then you
cool.
need one.
Now you have to have it.
Cool. Here,
I mean-
Tom, I'm gonna hand that back to you.
Wow.
All right. More. Hey, Caleb says, where can I apply? Yamaha.com. Actually, and we will provide both of these guys social security numbers and credit card numbers
Yeah,
at
they
your
have their
request.
personal phone. You can just call them anytime. That's what
If
they
you have
told
any
us.
guitar product management experience, go to our website. There's an opening. Just saying.
There may be an opening.
Just saying.
All right. Here's another trivia.
Yes, do it.
All right.
Tom and Andy, for all the clams. From the mid 70s to the early 80s, Carlos Santana, true or false, played a Yamaha SG 2000 and an SG 175.
That is true.
It is true.
True.
Carlos was rocking the early Yamaha guitar, and those are great guitars and actually sought after.
Yeah. We've
Yeah,
had
really cool.
if you look back at our history, Bob Dylan played Yamaha for a while.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen was a Yamaha artist for a while. 10 years ago, Joe Bonamassa was a Yamaha acoustic artist for us for about 6 or 7 years. So we've had some pretty big names in our stable.
That's so cool.
Speaking of acoustic, I want to grab this
Yep.
trans acoustic. This is a mind-blowing thing. If you are just joining us, do not look away for 1 second, because this next guitar, truly, this is really cool. But I want to ask you one more. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
True or false? Yamaha offers a power tool attachment called the FB40 that converts a cordless drill into a flamethrower.
Please be true. Please be true.
Into a flamethrower? I don't think
Please be true.
they've come
I
out.
want one so bad.
Isn't Chris Buck working on one of these also?
Yeah,
But
gold-
you
the
said
gold-
you said flamethrower, not flame top.
Yes.
So
Okay.
flamethrower.
It's
Thrower.
different.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like that.
That
But
doesn't-
I'm open to the idea.
Well,
True or false?
Yeah.
That's false.
I'm gonna
It's
go
false. I really
I'm
wish
gonna
it
go
were
false.
true.
Yeah.
It's false.
Raise your hand if you'd like an economic solution for all your flamethrowing
This is
needs.
called brainstorming right
yeah.
here. This is how the magic
Your,
happens.
how we get it
your
done.
Overland Park store just checked in.
Yeah, as soon as they heard flamethrower,
Yeah.
they were like, "Well, this is my live stream. This is it."
Nicer and more humble than Nate and Mike. Well, that's.
Yeah.
Looking
I
forward
don't
to
know. I'm
it.
pretty humble, okay? Like really humble.
Don't you know who
The
I think
most
I am?
humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah, and you guys are going to be in OP.
Me.
We'll be there
Overland Park
tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
OP,
Oh,
buckle
man.
up.
Hang
You
on.
are ready. You're not ready for this rodeo.
I'm going to sing you songs about my feelings, so just get ready now.
I'm
guys
going
are
to
gonna
sing
have
you
a
songs
blast.
about Nate's feelings.
Exactly. Well, you know, when you have peanut butter and jelly pants, why wouldn't you have a song about it? All right, one more. True or false? Yamaha Recording Custom Series. Talking about drums.
Yes,
It's the most recorded drum set in the world.
that's correct.
What? Talk
Just,
about it.
Just ask Steve Gadd. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, recording customs, just the snare drums, the drums themselves. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Most recorded drum set in the world, though. Is that really true?
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, shut up. Next question.
yeah.
I said not false.
Yes, don't ask me to prove it, but yes.
Yeah.
I have
right.
the metrics to support that statement.
This is the Trans Acoustic.
What do you got there, Nate?
Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
What Nate's playing is our second generation of transacoustic guitars. If you're not familiar with transacoustic, once again, started out of our piano division where we can put effects inside of the instrument to be activated without a secondary sound source. You do not need to plug into an amplifier or a PA system in order to get effects out of your guitar. This next generation, the TAG3C that Nate is playing, gives us reverb, chorus, delay, looper, that's going to get you right there, built-in looper, Bluetooth, tuner, rechargeable battery. The guitar is now all solid, so solid Sitka spruce over solid mahogany, and is just an extraordinary inspirational tool for playing.
So, Andy, what you're saying is I don't need a pedal board or anything to get effects out of my guitar?
No, you don't need Nate's big pedal board that he threw down on the ground with $9,000 worth of
So
pedals.
I can get reverb, delay, and chorus out of that instrument just like that.
Look at him. He's not plugged into anything. There's no cable
not at
hanging
all.
down off the end of his guitar.
He has
I
no
can't explain.
strings.
All of those effects that you're hearing, everybody, are actually coming from inside of the instrument. So we just have a microphone in front of it, and everything is being generated inside of the guitar. It's Bluetooth. I can use it as a Bluetooth player. I can use it as a music playback device. And I also have a Yamaha app that allows us to deep dive into the effects and change parameters and store loops. I can store up to 10 loops in the app as well.
So this guitar does all of that, but one of the things that it does that is really, really cool is this looper function, okay? And this looper function, at first glance, and especially if you get out there on that old internet, some folks will say, it's kind of a gimmick, but I'm here to tell you, they hadn't gone to the well enough and drawn the water of the loop.
Wow, that was deep.
Oh, loop water. Just like the well, yeah.
Wow.
So to that end, here's what I mean. Imagine you're trying to flesh out a song idea, right? How many loops or how many layers on the loop will this thing allow you to do?
This will actually allow almost unlimited looping capability until your wife throws you out of the house for...
How many times have you been sitting around the house and you got kind of a creative thing going on? You're like, and you just want to like save it. And so what do you end up doing? You end up putting it on your phone, on your iPhone, right?
Yep.
This has an app with it that will allow you to store the loops, 10 of them. In separate loops, and you can recall them. And so then when you get together with your buddy Mike, and you're like, man, I wrote this song. It's about my feelings.
Lay it on me.
And
Let's
then
feel something.
what you can do is you can play it back. Oh, everybody's just blowing the thing up. I feel like I'm on QVC right now. They want to know how much it is. Wait,
We'll
listen
get
to
to
this,
that.
and
We'll
we'll
get
get
to
to
that.
that. Exactly. So here comes the loop. So here's all you're going to do. Jordan, is it possible that they can see this here?
No,
Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can see it. Rod says, I like it a lot, Nate. Well, Rod, I like you, you handsome man. Let's see. Oh, Lance says, I was wondering if you'd have the Tag 3. Yep, here it is. All right, so check this out. I don't know if you can see this or not, but what I'm going to do.
Yeah, walk up and just stuff it in the lens. Give it to them. Give it to them good.
So I'm going to walk up here and I'm going to show you the buttons so you can see how easy this is to activate. So I'm going to hit the loop function, and when I hit the loop function, then I'm going to hit this record button, and then you'll see what that looks like. Here I come.
There's the Nate music. Here it goes. So now he's in standby mode. Flashing red.
Short cables and big boots.
Short cables and big boots. That's the story of my life. There's a song. Number
you
one.
go.
We don't
Yeah.
write number two.
That's
Right
recorded.
now.
Yeah. All
Lay
right.
it down.
So it's blinking, and as soon as I start playing, it's going to start looping. And this little circle here, it's on the front, is my stop loop. All right. We're going to be in A major. I'm going to try not to screw it up. Here we go.
Cue the Fonz.
Yep. So there's a volume on there, and I had the volume down, but I faded it up. And I think I did that okay, right?
I think that
Pretty
was
good.
that was very mediocre.
Okay. Well, hey, expect nothing but the mediocreists.
I get what I paid for.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another layer on there while Mike is noodling around. Let's see if my loop worked out here. Here it comes.
Pretty good. Nate, you nailed it, man.
You'd think he was a drummer with timing like that.
And I can keep doing that for,
Well, what you can do now, Nate, is you can go to the bar, go get a drink while Michael noodles around, does his solo, come back, pick it up.
hey, so real talk. Imagine you're doing a winery gig,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you're doing the winery gig, you're going to have a, one of those line array, the stick PAs,
Sure.
maybe
Yeah.
Yamaha Stage Pass.
Exactly. Stage
And
Pass
then
Part 2.
when you've got that, not all the inputs are going to have reverb and delay. There's always that one input, at least, maybe sometimes two, that's like just it's intended for like your phone or a keyboard,
Yeah.
Now you can free up those other inputs that have that for your person that doesn't have the guitar with all the effects or another vocal or a fiddle or whatever. But then also you could incorporate into your set some tunes where you have these loops already built, already saved. You don't have to do it in real time. Because a lot of people, when we at least this is how I feel, when we talk about looping, I'm like, I don't know if I can loop live in front of people successfully every single time. You don't have to. You could just have it saved, right?
Yeah.
You can save it in the app. It's got 10 storage spaces in the app for you to build your set. Or like the idea that you said of having it being a songwriting tool. I can get my riff together, and then when I get together with you on Thursday night, we woodshed, hey man, check this riff out. Let's build something off of that.
That's awesome.
Right, so it's a great tool. What if you're an open mic player and you've got 10 minutes to play your 3 songs? Are you gonna spend 5 minutes setting up a pedal board? No need to anymore with TAG3C. Everything is incorporated in there that you would need. What if you're the church player? Are you gonna trust the front of house guy to get your sound right?
Oh, gosh. We're not going to open that up, are we?
I think I need to preach a sermon on unity.
But to be able to do
Unity
it,
gained. Ah!
But to be able to do it from the face of your guitar without necessarily having to rely on somebody else to dial in that affected signal that you want.
Oh, yeah.
And once again, not putting down a pedal board, it just makes it so much easier. My practical thing with I've been playing transacoustics now for about 10 years, I don't put it down as fast. Right, I've got a lot of guitar. Luckily, my office looks a little bit like the room behind me here. But what happens when I pick up a transacoustic guitar? I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I get ideas, and I play that guitar for 15 to 20 minutes, as opposed to 5 minutes maybe with a regular acoustic guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy's tried to call me. I've missed emails, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But I'm playing more guitar.
Yeah.
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 Well, in acoustic effects, I have a hard time finding the ones that seem to work well for acoustic guitars. I mean, with the electrics, I have to yell a lot more liberties, but it's a struggle to find a good reverb, things like that respond, and it's just, you don't have to look. It's there.
And we only gave you
works.
that usable thing.
Exactly.
We didn't give you an envelope filter and any of that kind of wackadoodle stuff that you would never have on an acoustic guitar.
No.
We gave you those usable, stage-worthy effects.
Yeah, it is very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Another little bit of Yamaha trick. Caleb says, I have grace for the sound guy as he is gracious with me and not turning me off.
Well, that's nice.
That sounds like wisdom,
I should
Caleb.
probably just go to church. I don't know.
There you go.
You don't play the clubs I play.
Hey, well, that's probably true.
Exactly.
That's probably true,
I
Andy.
think we're at the same church.
I just make sure the talent switch is pressed in. That's all I ask.
Hey, man, if you're paying attention, you know the answer to this. You're smart. You said all my questions.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's see, Mike.
Oh, was I
Putting
paying
you on,
attention?
we'll see if you're paying
All right.
attention. Yamaha's
No
first
flamethrowers.
Yamaha's first product was a motorcycle built in 1955.
That is incorrect. False.
What was it?
It was a pump organ.
It's a reed organ.
Reed organ.
Yeah.
This guy's good,
Pump
man.
organ.
He is good.
He's
From
good.
1883.
1887.
All right, now let me see if you guys know this is a deep cut.
Okay.
Deep cut. Here we go.
The nickname for the first Yamaha motorcycle was, true or false, the Golden Dragonfly.
I don't know. I do
hope-
not
You got a
know.
50-50.
I hope that's true. Golden Dragonfly? That's
Golden Dragonfly. By the way, new band name.
Sounds very Japanese. Yeah, Golden Dragonfly.
Like the Frank Marino song? Dragonfly? No?
Oh,
I'm not even sure of that. What's our answer? Is that a true or false?
it's false. It was the Red Dragonfly.
Oh, see, I was going to go false, but I wasn't.
such a fine line between
But by the way-
stupid and clever.
Yeah, well,
I cross that line all the time.
I think Red Dragonfly, if it's not already a guitar color, that would be a
Bring
cool
it back.
Red Star
Or a
color.
band name.
Or a flamethrower.
Dragonfly!
It's the new flamethrower color.
Hey!
I got
Dragon, red dragon, right?
I got
Dragon
some
3.5.
Yamaha trivia for you, and for our viewers on the other end there.
There you go.
Yamaha has two different logos, one for music and one for motors. What is the difference between the two logos?
Well, they're three tuning forks.
Yeah.
Is the normal logo?
That's the music logo. What's the difference for the motors logo?
It's three axles.
It's three tuning forks, but they actually pierce the circle that's around it to look like motorcycle spokes. But thank you very much. I'll be here for another hour.
That's awesome. Mr. Big Pipes. He says he's had his eye on a Revstar for some time now. You know what?
All right.
So these guys, Mr. Big Pipes, if you're here in Springfield, Missouri, Tom and Andy, because they love us so much, said, you know what? We'll wait a little bit longer to pack up those Revstars before we head up to OP.
That's right.
And so we've got tonight. Right?
Taking it tomorrow.
So if you're out in the area and you want to come by and check out some Revstars,
Yeah.
this
Man,
is the
come
time.
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Rod's ready to do it, though. How many dollars does he need to bring?
Oh yeah, how many dollars
Yeah.
is this cool guitar? We
This
forgot-
one here?
Yeah.
Rod's ready to go.
The street price on that amazing instrument is $17.99.
$17.99. So when you juxtapose that figure, let's back up the facts.
right.
All the effects and stuff, but what about just the guitar itself?
An
minus-
all solid guitar, solid spruce, solid mahogany back and sides, ebony accoutrements, the bridge, the fretboard, the tuners.
Around $1,000, $1,100. So there's a
Minimally,
little bit investment in the magic of the transacoustic thing. But remember, compared to our first generation of transacoustic guitar, now there's two actuators in here. There's one on the back that is doing your chorus and reverb effects, And now there's a second actuator that's actually touching the top of the guitar inside that is doing your music playback and looper function. So they're not speakers in the guitar, they're actually putting a vibration signal into the body wood. The back of an acoustic guitar produces no sound, everybody. You could have a piece of cardboard back there, it would be fine. But now on this guitar, we're actually able to stick a signal into that piece of wood to make the back start to vibrate. So when you're playing a trans-acoustic guitar in a small room, the reverb bounces around your head. It's very, very cool.
How about a little B minor? Key of B, or B minor, so B minor pentatonic. All right, Andy. Come on, Mike.
Oh, man. That's pretty.
That was a song about my feelings.
That was it.
Felt it, man. I can feel it.
I feel pretty
I can
cool.
feel it, Nate.
All right, yeah.
That was awesome. Man, you're a great player.
Oh, God, no. 3 chords and a cloud of dust. That's what I do.
That's an album title. 3 chords and a cloud of dust. I feel like Bruce Springsteen's like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, Mr. Big Pipes, he goes to the O'Fallon store. That's a fine store.
Oh, yeah.
Big shout out to all our buds up there, Jason and the crew. Yeah. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this. I have to tell you, the event last night, and I'm not harping on this to make you feel like you missed out if you missed out, but I am telling you, you got to come. You got to come to these things because it's so refreshing to just come in, because we didn't have like a big presentation or anything. It truly was just like a get-together where we were sitting around playing guitar, laughing, talking, you know, oh, man, oh my gosh, you know, I hadn't seen you forever, and, you know, just like hooking up with old friends.
Yeah, we had
connecting.
basses, man. We had
Yeah.
high-end basses, mid-price basses. We had acoustics. We had nylons. We had just all these electrics, man.
Oh, we had,
Pacific,
Caleb
and-
said no Pacific. We have, you know what, grab a Pacific.
Hit that
we
tuner
got
back.
Pacific.
Hit that tuner back there so I don't pop
Wall
it.
of Pacific is right here.
Yeah, and actually, here's what's funny. Without going into all the details, because it's kind of a long story, but Tom ended up running into somebody from Omaha, Nebraska that you hadn't seen in years.
Yeah, it was Troy Johnson, who was one of the bass players for years for Rat, for the band Rat. And I hadn't seen, he was
Hard
one
rock
of
band Rat, yeah.
I ran Ampeg for a bit back in the SLM days, and he was one of our endorsers. He comes walking, I go, man, I recognize. Sure enough, it was Troy Johnson, in town from Omaha.
Yep. You never know who you're going to find at Old Palin Music Center.
it.
So,
It's
hey,
cool.
real quick, I know this was kind of a Rev Star thing, but real quick, we had a question about Pacificas. Jordan's giving me the stink eye. I'd like to wrap it up.
So what you're looking at, Caleb, thank you for your question. We're going to get
Great
to this
question,
real quick.
yeah.
Pacifica Standard Plus and Professional made in Japan, stainless steel frets, brand new pickup design, worked with the Rupert Neve design team. So check your preamps, check your compressors. Rupert Neve is the name in pro audio. So now they're also doing pickups. We partnered with them on that. A little bit of a chambering on the body, 5-way switch, coil splitter in the back, nice heel carve, new truss rod adjuster down here, push the nut back, Goto locking tuners, Goto bridge. It is amazing, amazing instrument. I will play it for 3 seconds.
Nice. You know, a good S-style guitar, there's like a chew to it. It's got that good
Yeah.
chew.
And what I love about these pickups, they're very balanced between the single coils and the humbuckers. We noticed that last night. The humbucker doesn't absolutely crush the single coils, so it never feels like you have to go back to that volume control and roll it down when you're in the bridge
Yeah.
position.
Rod, real quick, is asking on the TAG C3. So let's see. So does it work kind of like a Tonewood amp that vibrates the back of the body and comes out of the sound hole?
Yes and no. So the Tonewood amp, as we know, is an exterior device that mounts on the back of your, but you still got to plug into it. So you still got to take the pickup signal out of your guitar and then plug it into the Tonewood amp. And it's a great product. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a fabulous product. And for the people that need 18 things on their acoustic guitar, go for it. But what we're doing with Transacoustic is we have a thing inside the guitar called an actuator. And it actually looks like it's a speaker, like the inside of one of our PA systems, kind of pushing in and out and actually touching the wood. So we're actually turning the top soundboard and the back of the guitar now into a soundboard. Before, like I was saying, the back of an acoustic guitar really did nothing. Didn't do anything as far as tone generation. Now we can actually put a signal into the back of this thing. When you play it, you feel it vibrate. It is alive in your lap.
Yeah, that is true. That's kind of the neatest part of it. And by the way, to that end, you can, like, with your phone, play a Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah, you can Bluetooth up.
Yeah. See if you can connect to this.
Phone
really quick.
sync there?
Yeah, and so
I took it off earlier, so let's see. If
an acoustic guitar is just a speaker anyway. You know, what I mean, I don't have the science to back that up, but Mike said so.
I did. I was talking about that at lunch. Yeah.
Guitars and guitar-shaped objects.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So it'll play whatever you put into it as far as, you know. Let's see. What do I need to have?
Yeah,
something
just
hit?
activate the Bluetooth.
Is that this bottom one?
Yeah, so Tommy's syncing up his TAG remote app with the guitar.
Button? Do I hold it down? Is it this one? Yeah.
Hold that.
That one.
Oh, that's the tuner, I'm sorry. There we go.
There we go.
There he is.
There it is. And so now he's going to play.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. That's coming through the guitar.
That's cool.
And I can still play with that, right?
Yep.
Yep. And you can send that entire signal to the front of house. So if you bring your own tracks to the gig, you're a single guy, you have your own tracks, just Bluetooth up to the guitar, and you're playing along with your tracks, and you're sending it to the front of house, and there you are.
That's cool.
But as you hear, you could actually put this on a hook in your music room and just use it as a speaker.
Well,
And play your music through it and go about your day and
Just for
mop your floors.
practicing and stuff like that too, working
Oh
up
my
a set.
God,
It's just like it's all
perfect.
right there. That
It's
is
perfect.
brilliant. That's
Hey,
so cool.
Jason West is asking, is the RevStar the standard RS 520?
No, so 520 was that first generation of guitar, and there's been a lot of changes to the second generation. A little bit of a thinner body, a little bit of a wider body, chambered. We've done some modifications, and then all of that electronics, gooey goodness that we love and the advancements we made.
Caleb is asking, does it use a battery or a USB charge for the acoustic?
It actually has a rechargeable battery in the guitar with a little magnetic battery charger that clips on like your iMac used to. Click.
Yeah, and I charged this up last night. I mean,
We drained it pretty good. I think it was down
I mean, it was kind of the bell of the ball, you know, and so a lot of people were checking it out.
And it's about 5.5 hours of playing time, and it recharges in about 3. So it recharges pretty quickly, but it certainly will last you a whole night of playing.
Yeah, for a gig.
Well, I can tell you this morning, I mean, it needed to be charged, and I maybe charged it for Mike. Actually, we were talking about this. You were going to put a timer, and I don't think I did it an hour.
I didn't turn my timer off, so it's still going. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that's just your day now.
It's just what I do now.
It's still charging.
It's just, yeah. Well, I got to use the features on this Apple Watch for something, right?
That's awesome. Hey, thank you, Rod. Thank you, Caleb and Jason and Mr. Big Pipes. I don't get to say that often, but I probably should. And let's see, Caleb says, you got any of the pretty ones at Palin's, the Sunburst?
The Sandburst.
Well, they're going to be here tonight, so if you can come down tonight and talk to these cats.
You better get on down.
Get on
See you
down
soon,
here.
Caleb.
Better get on.
We got to take them
your
on to the
pony.
next show tomorrow morning. We're going to go to Overland Park and do the dog and pony there and turn people on to some cool guitars.
Well, I'm really grateful you guys came by. Mike, do you have any parting words of wisdom for these lovely gentlemen?
Words of wisdom?
Lovely
Yeah.
gentlemen.
You've met me. No, no, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to get to know you guys and the hands-on training too. This is just fantastic, and to hold these things in our hands. That's how you know what these things are all about, friends. It's like, they look cool. Play them. They are unbelievable, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you told me this was the Japanese, I'd be like, yeah, of course it is. So no, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between the really nice ones.
And both the guitars
all
that we're seeing here
fantastic,
between the RevStar and the Pacifica, don't forget, stainless steel frets. So we've actually done about $600 worth of fret work in the guitar before you even buy it. Stainless steel frets, for you guys that aren't aware, you'll never have to recrown them. They will never wear out. We've done you a favor.
Yeah.
You'll love them. You'll love
They're
stainless
great.
steel.
Yeah, they play
Yeah.
great. They look great.
Yeah,
Thanks
these
for
just
bringing
look
them.
super cool.
Yeah.
I love the burst too. You know, the decision to do like that half fade. It's just a burst I've never seen.
Sunset burst, we
It's
call
so
that.
cool.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, I never would have said that's a good idea. Then I see it, and it's a wonderful idea. It's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
We
Well,
made it
you
just
guys are wonderful ideas.
Yeah.
for you. My mom said that too.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful mistake.
I like your feelings, Nate. I like your feelings.
Well, I wrote that just for you.
All right, man. But on behalf of YCA Yamaha Corporation of America and YCJ, the mothership in Japan, we just want to thank you guys for letting us come in for basically almost a whole week at Palin Music Stores, but being here for the last couple nights, man, it's been great. We appreciate it.
Yeah, well, you guys
Always
are a lot of
happy.
fun.
You guys are a good hang.
Yeah,
It's fun.
absolutely.
Likewise, dudes. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Appreciate
hey, just as a reminder, tomorrow we've got Emmett and Elijah doing a live stream. We call it the
Smooth
Hour
Hour.
of Smooth.
The Hour
yeah.
of Smooth, yeah.
That's right. And
Be
then
smooth and
Friday we're gonna do the whole gang here on the couches.
Well, sorta.
Yeah.
Chase, his sister got a master's, so he's gonna go be a good big brother and
Wow.
Yeah.
cheer her on.
Well, we
for,
will miss
I should have
Chase.
stayed in
And
school.
I'm
Yeah.
starting my residency at Lavender Falls, so I'll be
Oh, that's
leaving
right.
about halfway through the show. But
So
I'll be here. and
Friday
then
will be a surprise.
It'll be fun.
It'll be
wow.
great. And then Saturday morning, Chords and Coffee, 9 a.m. Central Time. And then next week, we kick it all off again on Monday with Danny all the way down the line.
Doing it again.
Thank you for the privilege of your time. We sure do appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Thank you for questions, your comments. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, man.